You're watching ICSD TV. The Ithaca City School District. A culture of excellence. Join Ithaca City School District Superintendent Dr. Louvel Brown as he hosts informal community conversations throughout the Ithaca area during April and May. These open conversations will allow Dr. Brown to become acquainted with a variety of people from across the community and to personally address their questions and comments. This is an opportunity for Dr. Brown to learn what the district is doing well and how it can become even more excellent. Everyone is welcome to attend.
Here now with Bill Bryant. Bill Bryant, the interim athletic director, I guess for lack of better terminology for you right now. Though this is not strange to you because you were the athletic director here for many, many years, Bill, and had a vision of some things that needed to be done at Ithaca High and in the Ithaca City School District. One of those visions we were all around to see, the unveiling of the new field, which was a great thing, and now this was another part of the dream. I need to know from you exactly how does it feel to see this vision that you had come to life?
It's a great feeling, Jerry. Back in 2006 when we did the proposal to the board before the capital project, we had a vision of what we were looking for in a facility like this, and now that it's complete, it's more than that I really personally envisioned. I don't think that you would find a facility like this in upstate New York in any high school, and even at some college levels, that they wouldn't have a facility like this. This is just an outstanding facility. I'm anxious to get the student athletes in here and see the motivation that it'll carry on for our programs in the future.
A senior at Lehman Alternative and a senior here at Ithaca High.
Yep.
Girls lacrosse players, how long have you been with the lacrosse program?
I've been with it since 7th grade. I've been on varsity for 3 years.
And I've been since 8th grade and on varsity for 2 years.
Okay. So obviously you've been around for a while. You've seen different workout facilities, the old facilities that what they had that were available. Not that they were bad, but they just weren't totally up to state of the art and the kind of thing. Tell me first of all, from just being a student, forgetting for a few moments that you're student athletes, but just as students, what does this kind of facility mean to you? How does it strike you?
I think it really shows that our school believes in educating us not only in academics but also in how to be healthy people and how to be successful in fitness as well.
I think it's really good to have it around just being in school all day, knowing that there's somewhere to go to work out, and especially for gym classes, there's been a big push to sort of teach people how to stay active later in their lives, and I think having a real facility around really teaches people how they can use those things to their advantage later on.
Now, you guys are athletes, baseball, maybe some other sports as well. What does this mean to you as the student athlete coming in, getting yourself ready physically, mentally for your respective sports?
Well, I think it means a lot. It's going to help a lot with just overall strength and overall athlete. And I think it's more going to motivate each team because it's a lot bigger. You can get the whole team in here with a lot more racks. You can do a lot more, all at once, and I think it's just going to motivate seeing how nice it is. I mean, who wouldn't want to work out in a nice place like this? Because, I mean, this is nicer than a lot of college facilities that I've seen, and it's kind of just exciting to see it.
I mean, I definitely think that I agree on that motivation part. I mean, you come in here, you look around, kind of like pride in the program, like that will, you want to work hard. Like when you see this weight room and you get your whole team in here, you want to take advantage of it. Really, you got to feel blessed to use this and, take advantage of every opportunity you get. So, I mean, I think this helps.
Okay, Danielle LaRoche. And Danielle, for lack of any kind of a better or formal title, you're kind of the person that's getting this whole wellness grand opening together here at Ithaca High School in this beautiful new facility.
Yes, I am. I'm very excited to be the one who's coordinating the event, which is going to be on May 20th. It's going to start at 3:30 p.m.
Now, how long have you been actually associated with the school district and with this particular program?
I'm actually fairly new. I started in March, and I was brought in to really help coordinate the grand opening as well as do some research in terms of how to best utilize the facility.
So the place is built, pretty much ready to go, a lot of hoopla still to go, and they taught you the formidable task of getting everything ready for the public, getting the public in here, getting the staff and the student body in here to really see the fine work that's been done over the past 6 years.
Yes, the grand opening is really an opportunity for everyone in the Ithaca School District to come and see what's been going on behind these walls for the past 6 years. And we're excited to make sure that everyone knows that they can bring their families. There's going to be rock climbing, there's going to be sports, there's going to be games, there's going to be prizes, there's going to be free food, free drink. And it's just an opportunity just to experience what we have going on here.
Now, this is not just, as you were saying, bring their families. This is not just for the Ithaca students, the faculty, the administration. Like, this is for the whole Ithaca community to see, well, what's been going on down here? What's going on in this big building? Time to come in and settle their curiosity.
Absolutely. I can't tell you how many people in the public have said to me, I drive by it every day down 13 and been wondering what's going on at Ithaca High School. Well, this is an opportunity for you to come and see. Please come and see what's going on. We want to share our commitment to health. We want to share our commitment to wellness. And we want the whole community to really celebrate everything that we have going on here.
Now, a lot of, we've talked to some students, we've talked to student athletes that have been here, and of course there's a lot of emphasis on physical education and athletics, but with what's going on in today's society, in today's world, wellness and health have really come into play, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, now a little more emphasis on the health and well-being aspect.
Yes, part of what we're planning here in the Health and Wellness Center is we're going to have staff members have an opportunity to improve their health and wellness by using this. We're going to start classes, yoga classes, Pilates classes, Zumba classes. We're going to just really make it available for the students to come and have alternative ways of being fit and being well. And use the rock climbing wall, use the treadmills. We're really excited to be able to have this wellness center and really meet the different needs of all of the students and the staff and the faculty and anyone who's interested in bettering their health.
And the thing is, we've got this wonderful equipment, this wonderful facility, but you also, I'm sure, have a staff in place and have a wonderful core of people around here that know how to use equipment and are here to lend a hand to make sure everybody gets the proper guidance they need. So maybe somebody a little less experienced, like myself, doesn't get into a situation where they're a bit over their heads.
No, absolutely. Our PE teachers have done a great job of going through training. We're also eventually going to have someone who's a strength and conditioning coach that will be here to do programs to really demonstrate proper techniques. We're going to have people who know a lot about the rock wall, who are going to be teaching rock climbing classes and how to belay and how to do the proper harness. And so we're really excited about instructors that are going to be coming in to assist us with the Wellness Center, as well as using our internal resources to make sure that people who aren't familiar with maybe squatting or benching can come in here and feel comfortable.
And it's spacious. There's plenty of room, so people aren't on top of each other. I get really in some gym situations. People get into a situation where they feel like they're elbow to elbow with some great big huge strapping athlete, and it kind of intimidates them. This is so wide open. This is so available to everybody that there's no need to feel intimidated.
Absolutely. Obviously, we're going to be tight with scheduling. You know, we want to make sure that our PE students get in here as frequently as they need, and that our athletes get in here as frequently as we need, and our student body who isn't part of an athletic team have opportunities to peer. So we are going to schedule times where they can come in and they get in here, and then there's going to be other times for staff to get in also. So there is going to be a lot of opportunity for everyone, but we are going to stick to a little bit of a schedule to make sure that we keep this facility looking wonderful and make sure that everyone has an opportunity to have their space and their time.
Having been through the entire facilities, I'm sure you have been and looked around and maybe taken a few quiet moments to yourself to sit back and gain a perspective on it. I'll put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite part of the whole deal that draws your attention? Or you go like, boy, I wish I could get my hands on that for like 10 minutes?
Well, I am an ex-college athlete, so and so for me, I think my favorite part is this space here. because for so long as a high school athlete, as a college athlete, I spent a lot of time in teeny tiny weight rooms, in weight rooms that weren't state of the art. So for me to come in here and know that the Ithaca student body has an opportunity to be in one of the best facilities, college or high school, just warms my heart and it excites me. And I have to tell you, I am very intrigued with the interactive games and the iDance system and the shock walls and the interactive opportunities for students to do more than just, play a sport. But I would say by far this room is probably my favorite, just coming from the athletic standpoint.
Now, you'd mentioned something that I was going to get into. You've been around, you've seen other facilities. Where can you ever remember seeing a facility in a public high school of this magnitude?
Never. I've been working in athletics since 1996, and I've never seen a high school have this type of state-of-the-art equipment and facility. And I am so proud to be able to be part of it and have the grand opening. And it's just phenomenal. And there's some colleges that I've worked at that don't even have some of the equipment that are here.
Now, you mentioned the grand opening again. Let's remind people of the grand opening date and time.
So it's May 20th, Sunday, May 20th. It's at 3:30 p.m. Please come. Please bring your families, bring your friends, and come and celebrate this beautiful place.
Daniela Roche, thank you very much, and congratulations on this marvelous facility.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm Judy Cogan, and I'm one of the art teachers here at Ithaca High School. And I'm really excited about this wall that I'm standing in front of because it's a mural that I painted with one of my students. She's named Helen Hamilton. And Helen is a senior this year. She's been taking art courses since she was a freshman, and she's an amazing artist. And I wanted to do something with Helen. I wanted to do a collaborative art piece with her because I just love her own. I love her artwork, but I love more than that the way she works as an artist. She's just really, really a brave artist. She makes art constantly, and she loves to experiment and explore different styles and techniques in media and so forth. I also wanted to make some art with Helen so that when she left Ithaca High School, there would be some mark that she had made left behind. I wanted her to be able to leave her artistic statement here so that we would always remember her as one of our great art students. So over April break, we got together and we spent 3 days working on this mural. And we worked, I think, a total of about 15 or 16 hours. The really cool thing was that we did not have any sketches beforehand. We didn't do really any planning. We discussed it a little bit, but we didn't have a real clear idea of what we were going to do. Instead, what we did is more of an exercise. I call it a visual conversation. And like a verbal conversation, one person says something. Of course, now we're saying it visually, and then the other person responds to it. So what we did was one person would make some marks on the wall, and then the other person would respond to it by making other marks that they felt inclined or compelled to make based on the original marks that were made. So all we really did in terms of pre-planning was talk about that we were going to start with black, and then we would add color later, and we also planned out the color scheme. So in the beginning, it was just black line work, and the whole thing, when the whole thing was done with the black, it was actually quite lovely. And for a few moments, we stopped and thought, maybe it's done. And then we decided, no, we do want to add color. So when we talked about color, we decided that we would go with a cool color scheme, blues and greens and so forth, to create just a kind of a quiet mood, a peaceful mood. And we decided not to paint color everywhere on the mural, that we would have this sort of a wave of color going down the center of it. And then we would have a break where it would stay just black and white, and then we would have another wave of color at the top and another at the bottom. We thought those were going to also stay in the blues and greens family of color, but we decided once we had the central wave finished that it really would be overwhelming to use only blues and greens. So we decided to add some heat to it. So we went with some oranges and reds and yellows up at the top. And then we got into the more purple range of color down at the bottom. But we left these bands of just black and white so that you could see what the original design work looked like more clearly.
The Ithaca City School District budget is built around the idea that our district and county does best when we pull together and when we build a budget from the ground up. We must all work together. The elected board of volunteers, the superintendent, teachers, staff, administrators, our concerned taxpayers need to not only look to what we need now, but look to what we need in the future. Never has a budget, or any other budget from that matter, been more important because we have significant challenges that are ahead of us. Things with the economy, rising healthcare costs, the demands on all of us to do more with less. We must build for what we need now, and then for what schools of the future will look like. Infrastructure, classrooms without boundaries and walls, emerging technologies, increasing student and citizen engagement. We must ensure professional development for our teachers. We must support those on the front lines of education with the tools needed to get the job done. We must be bold, we must be innovative, we must be now. The budget is a blueprint for how we will move from good to excellent, how we stay relevant, how we will stay in relationship, and how we will maintain the type of rigor that will once again put our school district as one of the best in the country and education in general as the best in the world. Please engage with us in this continuous improvement process. I look forward to the conversations with you virtually, in your places of work and worship, and in various other places throughout this wonderful community. Thank you.
Vanilla Sky, Purple Wave, Mr. Nice Guy. These are some of what the packages look like. The top two are synthetic marijuana brands, and the bottom two are bath salts brands.
You can lose your federal funding for your student loans, which means you had some marijuana on you, you plead guilty, you come back, you apply for your student loan, you figure out the federal government's going to reject you because you have that conviction. So I'm sure you're aware that you can be fined, you can be put on probation, you can go to jail for the possession of those things. But the reality is you can get hit in a lot of other ways, and that includes that federal funding and those school loans.
Well, this is an opportunity for our community, our larger community, and our Ithaca City School District community to collaborate and come together to support, provide awareness, information, and empower our families and our youth. We've seen over the course of this year and starting possibly the last couple years, that there's been an increase in the use of drugs, especially as of late synthetic drugs and prescription drugs. So we felt the need to, one, create an awareness, an opportunity, and to work with our community partners in order to provide the necessary information, factual information, and then also figure out ways that we can create solutions and move forward to improve our community as a whole. And this is a situation that's affected, it's across the board. It's not just one particular type of student or family. And therefore we thought if we created and worked with our community collaborators and created a venue for people to come together, that it would allow us an opportunity to provide facts, give factual information, and then also look to work together as a community to create solutions.
When we lose young people, to the full range of things that we lose young people to, whether it be drugs, problems in school, problems with their friends. Whenever a young person doesn't fully live up to their potential, we have a tendency, people have a tendency, to look for places to assign blame. Right? You read something in the paper and you think, where were the parents? Where was the school? Where was the municipality? Well, the truth is no single one of those is fully and totally responsible. We are in this together. When we lose a young person, each of us suffers. The school suffers. The family suffers. Right? The cities suffer. The community suffers. So we have to recognize that it's all of our responsibilities.
When I'm talking to folks, I can speak to how to teach reading. I can speak to how to combat bullying. I can speak to how to teach young people how to think algebraically. But I don't have a clue how to fix this issue. And that's why we're here tonight. We have experts. What I do know is that the answers are in this room. And I'm looking for you to help me, as your learning leader, learn how to address this issue. Because I have a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, and over 6,000 other young people that are depending on me to lead us to the next place.
So can you guys just go through that whole procedure and tell us how extensive all that goes through when they come in on the bath salts so that everybody's aware of that?
We have a tendency to spend a lot of time with these patients because they're really going off on everybody, and they don't care who you are, and they just want to kill you and get back out to their bath salts. That is their priority. They want out, they want to go do more.
One disruptive patient in an emergency department, as Brian said, takes care away from other people in the emergency department. We have children in the emergency department that are listening to the screams and the cries of these patients. It can be frightening for other people as well, so it's a real issue.
You're watching ICSD TV, the Ithaca City School District Student News Network.